You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales. Streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
Hey everybody, welcome to yet another Fat Jack stream. We have a lot of exciting stuff to show you guys this week. More stuff from the 80s goodness. We're very excited to show you guys these books. Keep saying hi as you guys come in. And as always, thanks for tuning in to Fat Jack's Comicrypt. Let's go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fat Jack's Comicrypt. Hope everyone is having a lovely Sunday.
Sorry, I was trying to do funny ears on you.
We got a lot of cool stuff to talk about this week. Play the Sopranos spoilers.
No. Okay, so just a quick Soprano update. I am nearing the end of about the first half of the second season. I've already finished the first season entirely. I've met the villain of the second season. He's very interesting, very annoying. But so far the mom has somehow become a little bit less annoying, which I didn't think was possible. But the sister has become incredibly annoying. The new sister that they introduced. Good show so far. I got past the episode where, what's his name? Patrick from Terminator 2 was in the show. Patrick Swayze? Is that his name? The guy who plays the T-1000 and T2?
Maybe.
He was a main character. He was one of the supporting characters in the episode. Got past that episode, so cool. Sorry, Jason. Sorry, I'm spoiling it for you.
Robert Patrick.
Yes, and I got past the confirmation episode where the man whose name I cannot say because of swearing reasons cried because he couldn't support his godson's confirmation because he had a wire on him. So, yeah, pretty good. It's going pretty well. Second season definitely is hitting definitely harder than the first. Anyway, that's
comic books.
Back to comics.
Comic books. Who wants them?
Yeah, Big Cat, Jason. Yes, his name is Big Cat. Totally. So, first up, we're going to be going over some modern stuff that we've already gone over, just to wait until people completely get in.
Warm you guys up.
Oh, Round Guy, glad to hear that your books came in. Very, very glad. First up, we got first appearance of Punchline, $20. First appearance of Punchline. Do you know what grade this is?
Oh,
these ones.
Oh. Very fine plus.
Very fine plus. After that, we have the first cover appearance of Shuri as Black Panther. Very fine, $45. First cover appearance of Shuri as Black Panther. Next up, we have Very Fine Plus, the first appearance of Sam Wilson as Captain America. $40, Very Fine Plus. I expect this to keep rising as the Captain America movie comes out, when eventually the actors in Writers Guild gets what they deserve, which is money. That came out really Soprano-ish. They get what they deserve. Next up, we have Gotham City Sirens. Very fine. First appearance of the Gotham City Sirens. If you don't know, this is a ragtag trio. Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, and Catwoman. Very, very famous femme fatales of the Batman Rogues Gallery. After that, we got the very first appearance of Larfleeze, Green Lantern 39, Blackest Night, for $10. Very fine plus. Yeah, my boy. Felipe, if you want it, please rate claim and then the comic so that we can know which comic you want, and then just fill out the form. But yeah, $10, very fine plus, first appearance, Larf Leeds. If you guys don't know, he is part of the Averse Core, the leader, well, the sole member, the sole member and leader of the Averse Core. But yeah, awesome character. If you don't know what avarice means, it basically means greed, avarice. Tomorrow we are closed. Just point that out. Mondays we are closed. Very fine. Plus, Black Hand becomes a Black Lantern. Green Lantern 43. This is the prologue to Blackest Night, the very beginning of the series. $25. Very fine. Plus. Next up, we have very fine plus the first appearance of Ghost Spider. You guys didn't know he's a skin within the Spider-Man video game. For $25, he's in this Incredible Hulk's annual featuring Spider-Man and Deadpool. Classic duo, Spider-Man and Deadpool. Really enjoy them, especially their ongoing book that happened. Went on for like 30 issues, right?
Which one?
Spider-Man and Deadpool's series.
Oh, yeah.
It was
like
pretty
30
good.
plus issues. It went on for a while.
Yeah, it was really good. Next up, we have Fine / Very Fine. Clones of Mobius. Savage She-Hulk, number 3, issue 100. Classic milestone issue with She-Hulk breaking a girder.
Featuring the clones of Mobius.
Next up, we have the very first appearance of Vulcan. If you don't know, Vulcan is one of the Summer siblings, and probably the strongest out of them. I think that's pretty well
Safe to say.
But this is a variant edition of that issue. That is pretty hard to find, but yeah, very fine. $20. Next up, we have Ultimate Fantastic Four, issue 30, with the cover appearance of Marvel Zombies. Very fine. $15. But yeah, if you love Marvel Zombies, this is a must snag. After that, we also have the very first issue of Ultimate Spider-Man, issue number 1. Very fine minus for $50. Highly recommend this run, especially if you're trying to get into comics. This is probably one of the better Spider-Man ongoings. Or no longer ongoing, but Spider-Man runs. And finally, the very fine minus, Colossus becomes the Juggernaut. Pretty crazy to combine both of these powers, but yeah, Colossus finally becomes the Juggernaut, gets the power of Sidorak Gem. $30, very fine minus. Okay.
Just trying to get physical prices on the ones that Mike didn't have.
Yeah. Moving on to our other rack, we're going to keep going a little bit with modern until we roll back around. And then we're going to get into our 80s stuff, which is the good stuff. First up, we have very fine, the first cameo appearance of Calvin Ellis. If you don't know who Calvin Ellis is, he is the Black Superman who becomes president of the United States on his Earth. Pretty sick. But yeah, this is the first cameo appearance. He is unnamed, but it is him. So yes. $10. Final Crisis number 7. Next up, we have Guardians of the Galaxy number 12. Very fine. And it is the first appearance of Phyla-Vell as Martyr. A new name that she took on as she switched sides. Could very much see this in the future if they keep Phyla-Vell as a Guardian. After that, we have The Invincible Iron Man, number 10, by Matt Fraction. Very fine. The first appearance of Rescue. Pepper Potts as Rescue. If you don't know, Rescue appeared in Endgame, Avengers Endgame, saving Tony, and it is a bright blue costume, bright blue Iron Man suit that he designed for Pepper Potts. After that, we have very fine Black Panther, number 8, first appearance of Midnight Angel, $20. If you don't know, Midnight Angel is that suit, that part of the Dora Milaje, and is one of the suited Dora Milaje in the most recent Black Panther movie. She wears an armor similar, at least in style, to an Iron Man suit, I guess is the best way to put it. And yes, they're referred to as Midnight Angels. So this is the very first appearance of them. After that, we got $25, very fine. Supergirl, number 20. A cover issue of Power Girl holding the dead, dying body of Supergirl. And then after that, we have Green Lantern New 52, number 20. Very fine. First appearance of Jessica Cruz for $17. If you don't know, Jessica Cruz is probably one of my favorite Green Lanterns. Pretty high up there. I really like her origin. Or do you know her origin, Elias, by any chance?
I don't believe so.
So her origin was basically she's basically the final girl of a horror film. That's like the best way to put it. Her and her friends were out camping. They witnessed a murder, and then the murderers killed them. And she survived, but she was then, from then on, completely agoraphobic, where she was afraid to be outside completely. And then the Ring of Volthoom comes to her, saying that you experience great fear, and chooses her because she is so afraid. She has not stepped out of her room in over 20 years.
Wow.
Or something along those lines, like incredibly long period of time.
Yeah.
And so the ring chooses her, and then she becomes basically the host of Volthoom until the Justice League stops that, and then she gets chosen to be a Green Lantern of all things, which surprises everyone. And she's a pretty phenomenal Green Lantern because she had to overcome great fear to even step outside. Right. For her, it's tough to even exist in the normal world, let alone be a Green Lantern. So for her, she has a very interesting backstory, in my opinion.
Word.
Yeah. Next up, we have the Fury of Firestorm, the Nuclear Man, number 19 from the New 52 DC. Very fine. First appearance of Third Killer Frost. If you don't know who this is Caitlin Snow. You might know her from the Flash TV show. But this is her very first appearance. She has later been added to other teams like Justice League of America during DC Rebirth and part of the Suicide Squad. Hopefully we see her in the future in the DC films. But yeah, this is a pretty cool character. $8. Very affordable. Next up, we have a very fine plus 1 in 25 in polybag issue of Batman Gotham Knights Gilded City number 1. $8. It has a game code inside so that you can redeem it for a cool in-game cosmetic. I was going to say costume, but I don't even know if it is a costume. But yeah, as a sick cover with not Damian, surprisingly enough. That isn't Damian. That's actually Tim Drake and Barbara while Batman falls down. But yeah, $8. Next up, we have very fine plus 1 in 25, $10 comic of variant cover of Batman and Joker Deadly Duo. If you don't know, Mark Silvestri worked on this, wrote this, and drew it. It's a really good book. I actually read the entire thing. It was very fun. A good self-contained Batman story that featured the Joker but didn't try to make him empathetic. It didn't try to empathize with Joker and really kept him to his roots. But yeah, pretty sick variant cover. The light's kind of blocking it a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. Next up, we have 2 copies of Batman One Bad Day, Mr. Freeze by Jerry Duggan. We have a very fine copy and a very fine plus. They're both 1 in 25s, and they're both $15. It's a pretty sick cover with Freeze longingly looking after his wife. And after that, we have this much cooler cover, honestly. Same book, but it is very fine and in 1 in 50 variant, $20. And it shows Batman and Robin, Dick Grayson, being frozen while Mr. Freeze stands atop them victorious. And then to close out this rack, we have very fine plus 1 in 25 variant, $15. Batman One Bad Day, Penguin number 1.
Ron guy's asking, what was the Deadly Duo price?
Deadly Duo price was $10. $10. And it has the classic long bat ears, if you are a fan of that. as the classic long bad ears. But yeah, $10. Very fine plus.
Clean it.
Okay, round guy, here you go. You will have that as we move on and I take down this rack. You guys are interested in anything that appeared here, definitely comment and we will shout out the prices again. But be aware that these will be going on the wall very shortly. So once they do, they will not be appearing on the show anymore. And that will be your last chance to get them. So get them while you still can. Okay, here you go. Now, we got some pretty cool stuff up. I'm excited. We're going to be starting with what pile, guys?
This pile right here.
Okay. So, we're going to be starting off with Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue number 1, very fine, $25. Crisis on Infinite Earths, if you don't know. No. It was very fun. Crisis on Infinite Earths, if you don't know, is the key event that basically destroyed the multiverse and led to the creation of 52 Earths, which is why we have the multiverse as 52. No longer is that the case with Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. Really long and convoluted name for an event, but this is the original, and this has some pretty crazy storyline significance. So, yeah. Basically what happened was DC realized that they had too many what-if stories and wanted to condense, pare down everything. So they basically killed off anything that they didn't consider main canon. And so they reserved it to about 52 Earths. It's pretty cool. It's a great way to pare it down and a great way to keep it running. Next up, we have very fine minus $15, Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue 2. $15. And then following that, we have very fine minus $15, Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 3. You guys can sense a pattern here, I'm probably guessing, but we do have the entire series. So I'm going to be going through these a little bit quicker now. Very fine, $10, number 4. Very fine, $10, number 5. Very fine, number 6, and it is also $10, but I will also point out that this is the first appearance of Peacemaker. So, technically, a major key for him. And we got over here 2 copies of the famous issue, number 7. If you don't know, this is a famous issue with Superman holding Supergirl in his dying arms. This has been homaged to death over and over and over again. But yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earths, very fine minus $25. Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 7. And we also have another one for very fine minus, also $25. So if you're interested in Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 7, this is now your time to claim. Next up, we have, yet again, another 2 copies of Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 8, The Death of Barry Allen. Very fine, $20. This is the issue where Barry Allen brutally dies, saving the multiverse from the Anti-Monitor, where he's reduced to dust. And then next up, we have very fine, issue number 9 for $6. Number 10, very fine for $6. 11 for $6, very fine. And the last issue, number 12, for $8, very fine. The entire Crisis on Infinite Earths section, if you guys are interested, we're definitely down to bundle them. So yeah, definitely keep us in the loop if you guys are interested. This is just a start. This isn't the end. Don't worry. We have a lot more where that came from. Anyway, we're going to be moving on, taking down these modern keys over here. And remember, if you are interested, don't be afraid to ask. Comment down below any specific books you are looking for, and we might pull them for next week. we will try to look for them. But yeah, we have a lot of 80s stuff this week, a lot of 80s, 70s-ish. So be excited. Okay, here you go, lads. I'll trade you.
Actually, start with these.
I was gonna say.
Move to those. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that we should do both events. Also, didn't we have number 1? Like
This is from the one collection.
Okay.
I mean,
I was gonna say they should be there.
no.
No.
I don't know
Okay.
why they have this box. I don't know for now.
Okay. First up, we got issue number 4 of Marvel Superhero Secret Wars. Very fine for $5. 2 copies if you guys are interested.
I have number 1, but that's it.
Oh, I'll take it.
I have a couple copies of number 1.
We also have Very Fine Minus issue number 1 for $32 and a Very Fine copy for $40. This is obviously the premiere issue that featured a crossover across multiple franchises. But yeah, we're going to be just tackling these crossovers real quick before we move on. Next up, we have Secret Wars number 5 for $5. Very fine. 2 copies for the same price. And then next, we have a Very Fine Minus and a Very Fine copy of Secret Wars number 7. If you don't know, this is the first appearance of Spider-Woman, who has been confirmed to get her own solo movie, live-action solo movie by Sony Studios. So this is a pretty hot key right now. But yeah, this is her first appearance, $14 and $15 respectively. Okay. Moving on from Secret Wars, we're going to be tackling this other stuff. Next up, we have Very Fine Superman number 1, $11. This is 1987 Superman number 1. I don't know.
No. Jason was asking a question.
Oh, okay.
Secret Wars 1? 1 doesn't have Galactus on it.
Yeah.
Where is Galactus?
Maybe it's confusing with Secret Wars 2?
Jason was asking if there's any Galactus error, if any of the copies are the Galactus error copies of him where his helmet is almost white. Galactus' helmet.
No, not as far as I know. At least for the first series, I've looked at all the covers.
It's one of the later. It's one of the later issues. Which issue is that, Jason? It's not number 1.
While Jason figures that out, I'll quickly shout out Spider-Man versus Wolverine number 1. Very fine. Spider-Man versus Wolverine. If you don't know, this is the series that leads to Spider-Man killing a poor innocent woman, murdering, and it haunts him for quite a while, actually. It was even referenced in the most recent Chip Zdarsky Daredevil run.
Oh, it's an interior error. It's not on the front cover.
Oh, okay, got it.
I'll take a look in a second.
But yeah, next up, we have Iron Man number 200, landmark issue, Very Fine Minus, $13. It is Iron Man versus Ironmonger, Obadiah Stane. Very Fine Minus. Following that, we have the Incredible Hulk versus Spider-Man, Thor, and all the other classic characters you expect. Fine Plus for $12. Incredible Hulk, $300. Keeping up with that, we have Very Fine Near Mint, $20. The Flash number 1, a 1987 issue that followed the Crisis on Infinite Earths. It follows Wally West as he tries to maintain the Flash identity and follows in his mentor's footsteps. Don't know, Wally West is probably my favorite Flash, and a lot of people's other favorite Flash. I like Barry, but Wally, for me, has always done it and succeeded Barry. Next up, we have Destroyer Duck for $40. Very fine. It's a special lawsuit benefit edition. But yeah, if you like satirical comedy, Destroyer Duck is where it's at. It was released by Eclipse. Next up, we have Dazzler number 1, very fine, $15 from her first solo series. Dazzler, if you don't know, is a mutant with the ability to turn sound into light. And then we have Dazzler number 33, an homage to Thriller by Michael Jackson, as the title suggests, Dazzler in Chiller. For $15, very fine. Okay, moving on. We're going to clear the Crisis on Infinite Earths rack.
You know what? I'll take those. I'll take the set for Crisis.
Okay.
A full set?
Yeah.
All right, we'll figure out a deal on those
Okay.
for you. Well, there's some doubles.
Yeah.
Well, whatever the better, whatever the better copy is, I assume you want. Cool.
Okay.
Brown guy's gonna claim Hulk 300.
Hulk 300. Okay. Getting this set for David over here. Okay.
All right, thank you.
This is for David.
This is a full set.
Yeah, cool. And then the doubles we have right here, I'll keep them. Okay. I'm glad that round guy was able to claim 300. Let's see. Yeah, David is here. Everyone say hi to Mr. David.
Hi,
I keep
everyone.
on. Next up, you have the notes for these.
I was gonna ask you to dive into the new stuff. Actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm really excited to dive into it.
I just wanted to put physical prices on these.
Okay. Well, let's get started. I've been pricing like crazy, like a maniac.
You want to just start?
Yeah.
From A.
Yeah, just start from A. We're going to be going alphabetical. So be excited. We are going to see a pretty cool batch of comics right now. But yeah, let's get started. First up, we have Alpha Flight number 1. Alpha Flight number 1. If you don't know, it's the premier Canadian mutant team. Very Fine Plus, $18. And we have one for Very Fine for $15. This is the first appearance of Puck and a bunch of other Alpha Flight characters. Their first solo series. And yeah, they just got a new series, which was pretty awesome from what I hear from Elias has read. But yeah, if you want to hear the beginning, this is a double-size issue, so it's pretty hefty. But yeah, first issue of Alpha Flight. Next up, we have issue number 33, which is...
Jason wants the newsstand, so...
Okay.
Barcode.
Okay, there you
Did
go.
you say that?
No, I didn't say that. I completely
I'll
forgot.
just look out for the barcode. Jason, this is for you.
Okay. Next up, we got Alpha Flight number 33, which is the very first appearance of Lady Deathstrike. She has appeared as her normal human self, but this is her in her full costume as Lady Deathstrike. This is Very Fine Plus, $18. Following that, we have the first interior artwork by Jim Lee at Marvel. Very Fine Plus, Alpha Flight number 51 for $15. If you are a fan of Jim Lee, you should definitely snag this. This is the first time that he was working at Marvel for a full comic run, or for the full interiors. After that, we got Spidey returning back to his classic costume at ASM 259. Very fine, $18. Spidey, after getting rid of the black symbiote suit, has returned back to his good old blue and red threads. And yeah, $18, Spidey, $259. Also, it does have an appearance featuring the Hobgoblin. He is the main villain during that issue. So if you are a Hobgoblin fan, definitely snag that. After that, we have, for $9, Very Fine Plus, the first appearance of Normie and ASM 263. And it has this hilarious cover of an overweight person wearing the Spider-Man suit while having Doc Ock-esque arms. Pretty interesting.
All right, round guy. Return to the classic suit.
Yeah. But yeah, this is Very Fine Plus, $9. This is the first appearance of Normie. If you don't know, he currently has his own series called Red Goblin, where he and this other symbiote have joined together to basically become a vigilante.
Yeah, so what, 40 years later, he's still 7 years old?
Well, now he's like 12, but yeah, true. Next up, we have Batman Anniversary issue 400. As a special introduction by Stephen King. It is very fine minus for $20. But it has a hit squad of... No, it has an actual hit squad now. It has an actual hit squad of writers and artists. Doug Monich and R. Adams, Terry Austin, Brian Boland, John Byrne, Paris Cullins, Mike Grell, Michael W. Kaluta, Carl Kessel, Joe Kubert, Steve Laloha, Rick Leonardi, Steve Lytle, Larry Matzeltet, Bruce D. Patterson, George Perez, Steve Rude, Bill...
They can read it.
Okay.
Show it to them. It's a lot of creators.
It is a ton of creators. It's literally this entire list over here. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a cool cover, though. I really like it. When's break have chicken on smoker? I mean, we take a bit.
The first chunk, we don't take a break for a little bit. So.
Yeah. Next up, we have Daredevil number 176. Very first appearance. This doesn't make sense. I don't know what
you wrote them.
I did write them. I did write them indeed. No. You are very correct. I will do a bit. I don't know. I looked this up. What's the deal?
About 13 minutes until break, round guy. There you go. Now you know.
Okay, I don't know why that I didn't write that down, but this is the first appearance of Stick. Very first appearance, very fine plus $30. I just wrote here, I guess I was just not paying attention. I wrote first appearance Daredevil. This is just not what this is at all. My brain just probably read Daredevil's mentor Stick, and I probably just wrote, okay, Daredevil. Yeah. Next up, we have Daredevil meeting the Heroes for Hire, Luke Cage and Iron Fist in Daredevil 178. Very fine for $20. This is their first time they're meeting. Luke Cage and Iron Fist fighting against Daredevil. Who do you think will be victorious? That's really a question. I'm not going to lie, I got my money on Luke Cage. Man's kind of bulletproof, so I don't see how Daredevil could hurt him. But let's see. First stick is $30. $30, very fine plus. Very fine plus. First appearance of Stick. Daredevil's mentor who taught him how to fight. Next up, we got this classic cover, Daredevil 179, of Elektra stabbing through Daredevil's mask. It is a Frank Miller cover. If you guys haven't seen Frank Miller's most recent covers, it's been kind of okay, but this is a classic. Love this. Looks phenomenal.
This is peak.
This is definitely one of his best works and one of the best covers in Daredevil history. $20, very fine. Following that, we have this very, very funny cover that I love. No More Mr. Nice Guy, Daredevil number 184. And it has Daredevil pointing a gun at the reader. $15, and it is Daredevil's and Punisher's very first team up. So very first team up. So if you were trying to read all the team ups, this is definitely where you should start. Suddenly, the gun makes sense. Next up, we have very fine $8 Daredevil number 188 as Black Widow featured on this iconic cover of her ensnaring Daredevil.
That's a cover.
It is a very cool cover. Great webbing. Really like it. It's really cool.
And I'm not totally adverse to that Black Widow suit where it was kind of more of a gray and she had the spider in like the top corner.
Yeah. It looked more like an actual agent suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of just like a giant onesie.
Leather onesie.
Yeah. Next up, we have, spoilers by the way, Daredevil 189, we have the death of Stick. So if you're trying to complete your Stick saga, you have his saga. You have his first appearance and then his death. Not his last, Definitely his first. So
That's his first death.
$8, very fine. He just recently returned back in Marvel Comics, so he's alive again. Who would have guessed? And speaking about resurrections, we have the Resurrection of Elektra, very fine for $8. Daredevil 190. It is a double-sized issue, so it's a hefty one. Okay. That's for our first rack. Do you want me to finish this off, these two?
Because they're Daredevil, you maybe want to just
Okay,
do them anyway.
Yeah, let me do them anyway. And then we have the very first appearance and origin of Typhoid Mary. Daredevil number 254 for $30. Very fine plus.
Looks good on our end.
And next up, we have a classic cover, Punisher and Daredevil teaming up, fighting each other in issue 257. John Romita Jr. doing the cover, as you can obviously see. Okay. There's our first batch from that new stuff that we priced up. If you guys are interested in any Secret Wars, keep us in the know. We have the newsstand and a regular version of Secret Wars number 1. And
I didn't
number
crack
4,
open the Secret Wars. Wait, I gotta do that.
newsstand version,
I gotta see.
and regular version.
They have the error.
So yeah.
Hey, Lucas,
Yeah.
did Bullseye ever go against Punisher?
Yeah, multiple times he has. He's fought against Punisher, and I believe Punisher has beaten him multiple times, but it's usually by like trickery than like just aiming.
So, Jason, I think the first page of the Galactus is like the third page or whatever. So if you're talking about the very first time that Galactus pops up being white, then this one is not white. Oh wait. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, it is white.
Hold up.
Humna.
Well, let me
There it
check.
is.
Let me check both of them. So just at any point it turns up white. That's what you're looking for. Because then this is probably some special price or something. Because we didn't know about the error.
Okay. Okay.
I guess we're gonna keep doing these.
Yeah, you figure that out. I'll do this.
It's way too much stuff, but whatever.
I priced so much.
Yeah, Lucas was killing it. This
I
week.
really was. So for this one, we got a cool horizontal comic, actually. It is Fantastic Four 252. It is a completely horizontal comic. We have this one for $7 and the other one for $6. Very fine plus and very fine. But yeah, they also feature tattoos. So if you are interested in tattoos from an 80s book, I'm not sure if they can work correctly, but here you go, $7 and $6 for a horizontal Fantastic Four issue, 252. Next up, we got this classic cover. I honestly really love this cover. Fantastic Four 257 for $5. Fine / very fine. Galactus destroys the Skrull homeworld, and this cover is sick, as Galactus basically shrouded his face with the look of death, a skull. So it's pretty sick. Chat is giving some advice to you, Elias, about the pricing.
Yeah, I'm going through.
And then we also got this sick cover of Doom ripping the Fantastic Four comic. Pretty awesome cover. And $5, very fine minus. Fantastic Four 258. I love how meta this issue seems to be. It's pretty sick. Has Doom reflected on his iron glove as he tears the front cover. And then we got a doozy right here. Very first cameo appearance of Nathaniel Richards. Very fine minus for $12. with Nathaniel Richards. He is the father of Reed Richards. If you don't know, he was trying to time travel, but instead of time traveling, he went to alternate dimensions, and he was lost for years. He was not able to gain access to come back to Reed's home and timeline until significantly later on. By then, Reed was already well grown up. So this is his first cameo appearance, very fine, minus $12. And then we have his first full appearance for $10. Fantastic Four 273, first full Nathaniel Richards, and it has the origin of King Prime, basically explaining who King is, what's his deal, and how does he know time travel. This is probably going to be a major key, especially because the Loki show is going to be coming out soon, and with that, we're going to be getting a lot more King. Either Jonathan Majors as King or more. Well, I mean, the second season is already finished, so they can't really retcon any of that.
All right, before you move on to Marvel Age.
Yeah.
1 second.
Okay. We're putting a pause on that as Elias comes in. Elias has an important...
They both have the error, but we already priced these and graded them, so the prices are the same. But yeah, suit is blue, helmet's white. Both copies have this, and one of them's newsstand, and the other one is not newsstand.
So yeah, if you're interested.
So yeah, best grade, Jason, is the very fine one for $40. If that's cool, I'll do that. I'll do that for you, Jason. So this also has the error. This is the nicer copy out of the two, but it is the non-newsstand version.
Oh no, he wants the newsstand one.
You still want the newsstand? Okay.
Wait, so you want the newsstand one?
So the newsstand is 32. So it's very fine minus.
Okay. Oh, he'll take both if no one wants.
If no one else is looking for him, Jason's going to take both. So speak now. All right, Jason, you get both.
Okay.
Thanks.
Moving on, we have Marvel Age. We have Marvel Age number 19. If you don't know, this was the official Marvel News magazine. This is where they would give updates about certain issues. Someone said that they looked at theirs and realized theirs was also the error.
Yeah,
which is pretty funny.
That was a thing. But
yeah, me neither.
My copy has the same thing because apparently it's a common error.
Yeah, but anyway, this is $10. Fine, plus, and it has a story behind the JLA and Avengers controversy, leading to why they never did a follow-up after that original series. This is Marvel Age, and it has a sick appearance of Black Suit Spider-Man. Next up, we have a pretty iconic image of Vision and Scarlet Witch together with the West Coast Avengers next to them. Marvel Age number 29, and it has a long shot preview. Fine plus $7. After that, we got Marvel Age number 31, $8. Fine / very fine, and it has a sick preview for the Thundercats. I'm going to finish this rack, and then we're going to go on break real quick.
Well, let's just take it now.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, we'll see you guys right after the break.
Don't go on.
You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds, a promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com today. You just finished the last episode of your favorite news show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show, on The Experience, comic culture and sales.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fat Jack's Comicrypt. Thank you all for joining us. Hope you guys are having a good day. Jason, I put that Marvel Age 31 in your bag, so that's yours. Don't you worry about that. Hi, John. How you doing? John, while you're here, I'm going to quickly show off a few horror books.
Yeah.
If that's all right with you. Just a few supernatural thrillers issues.
So,
You want to show these off real quick?
first up, we got Marvel Comics. The Living Mummy, number 7, is very good. $6. The Living Mummy.
So this is Supernatural Thrillers was a Marvel horror book that featured different characters, and this is part of the Living Mummy saga.
But yeah, number 9, very good. $6.
And these are all low grade, so they're very cheap.
Very good, minus $5 for number 12.
You want all of them, John?
Very good, $6. And good / very good for $5 for issue number 15. You want all of them, John?
If you want them all, they can be yours. They're all very cheap.
Very affordable.
So, John, you just want 12?
Just want 12? Okay. Perfect.
All right, just 12.
Okay. Sick. I'll put the other living mummies up here.
Wait, sorry. So, Round Guy, were you interested as well, or does John want all of them, or does he just want 12? I'm sorry. Oh no, you do want them all. Okay. Sorry, you just said 12, and I thought you wanted just 12.
Oh, okay.
He does want all of them.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Thanks for clarifying.
Anyway, we will now.
Give us more room on the rack.
Yeah.
To continue, if you were.
Now we're going to continue with Marvel Age. This is the last one I have in this batch. But this one's pretty cool. Marvel Age number 38. He-Man joins Marvel. This has a preview of He-Man. It is fine / very fine. $7, very affordable. But yeah, as a quick preview of the He-Man comic. Yeah, He-Man muscles in on Marvel.
If you guys haven't already, make sure to smash that thumbs up button. We really appreciate it.
So this one is pretty interesting. It's called New Age, the comic. Oh, you want it? Jason wants to claim number 38. Okay, he will claim the He-Man preview comic. Glad that people are appreciating the Marvel Age. I'm back and boarded them thinking that I was hoping that people would be interested in the previews at least, or the covers. So I'm glad that someone... I'm surprised they don't continue this, honestly. I was telling Elias this. I was like, I'm surprised they didn't just combine this with previews, like regular previews, to just make this a consistent thing.
Yeah, but
I don't
3
know.
equals good, so what are you going to do?
Yeah. Anyway, next up we have New Age number 1. But what's important about this is that it's actually the first appearance of TMNT in color on the back, the advertisement. So the advertisement on the back is actually more important than the actual book. So it's $15, fine plus. This is the first time that they've ever appeared in color.
In print. In color.
Ooh. But yeah, no, pretty interesting. This is, and if you guys don't know, as the classic, all 4 of them have red headbands because they were still trying to figure out how to differentiate them outside of the weapons. And yeah, this is very early on. First time they've ever been colored.
Comment below if you guys have seen the latest movie and what you thought of it.
Yeah, phenomenal film. Me and Elias really enjoyed it. We have our review. It is a spoiler review, just point that out. We do have a review of it on the Cosmic panel, so definitely check that out once you're done watching the movie. But yeah, next up, we have New Mutants Annual number 1. Very fine and very fine plus. $14 and $15 respectively. If you're looking to complete your New Mutants run, this is it. And here's a pretty cool one. I got really excited when this came. Yeah, we just dropped a Blue Beetle review this week.
Yeah, I dropped that yesterday. Yeah, we warn you at the beginning that it's full of spoilers too, so don't worry about that. But yeah, it wasn't a huge theater attendance, so I'm sure a lot of people will be waiting till it hits streaming. But you know,
Jason will claim New Age number 1. So here you go, the TMNT full color. But yeah, no, we had a kid screaming in our ear, so maybe that might have affected my experience of it personally.
yeah, movie audiences these days are really spectacular. They don't turn their phones off. They bring their kids into not PG-rated movies.
Yeah.
They don't shut them up, you know, stuff like that. So it's always a thrill hitting the theater. But we want to do it as soon as possible so we can get a review out, you know, and just, you know about the movie, know how to, you know, talk about it. This is our passion, so we want to stay up to date on stuff. But yeah, movie theater audiences are pretty rough now.
Yeah, I asked the woman who had her ringer on if she could turn it off, please, and not even like more than like 3 minutes later, it went off again.
Yeah,
it was like, come on, like please, just like either turn it off or just stay at home where you can be on your phone and you don't have to worry about other people.
There's some like I think it's an AMC app feature that tells you like when good bathroom break times are.
There's that too.
I think I have a good sense of when to go to the bathroom, but that is a really helpful thing.
The only time
Even
I
if
used
you
that,
just Google it.
the only time I used that was when and the statute of limitations has passed. I snuck into the movie theater for Daredevil 1. I was 16, so I was underage technically, but hopefully the statute of limitations passed, or else I'm going to be arrested by the Popo next live stream. But yeah, I needed to go to the bathroom though really badly, and so I checked the AMC app, and it was like right when Wade got stabbed by Jax through like with the pole.
Jamil, I would agree, except that movies are upwards of 3 hours now, and sometimes I just got to have my icy at the beginning of the movie, and then I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway, I got this really cool one.
I go before the movie.
Yeah, I do too. It's just unfortunate sometimes.
Sometimes it's just.
Sometimes you just gotta go, man. Okay, now bringing it back to the comics real quick.
Who cares?
I got this really cool annual. You guys will really like this. New Mutants Annual number 2. The very first appearance of Psylocke. Very fine plus $50. If you are a fan of Psylocke, this is literally her first appearance. This is the first time she's referenced as Psylocke. This is the first time that she's in the Psylocke body. Technically, it is Betsy Braddock in the personality of, but that's because her origin's very confusing. But this is the first time that she is Psylocke instead of Betsy Braddock.
Psylocke is in the Uncanny Avengers #1 book that just dropped this week, and she was excellent in that. So,
but yeah, this
very, very cool book here.
Very surprised that her first appearance is in New Mutants Annual number 2. Very surprising. But yeah, $50, very fine plus. Okay, Jason will claim the New Mutants Annual number 2.
Cool. Good grab, Jason.
Glad. I was very excited to show that one.
Yeah, very nice.
Now, we got a couple copies of this, so this one's pretty cool. But we have the New Mutants Special Edition number 1. It's not the first issue of New Mutants. It is the Special Edition. So I made that confusion when I first looked at it. I was like, oh, that's New Mutants number 1. No, it is a special. It's basically just a one-shot in that timeline.
It's a special.
Yeah, so it's right here. It is the first appearance of Brightwind, which, if you don't know, is the flying horse that Mirage usually comes in with, and it is the first time that she becomes a Valkyrie. There's also the introduction of the Asgardian Wolf Prince that later becomes the father of Wolfbane's child. So it's actually like surprisingly important in the timeline of things. Like if you're gonna read the New Mutants, you kind of have to read this. But yeah, 64 pages, and we have one fine/very fine for $10, very fine for minus for $11. We have very fine minus for $11, and we have very fine for just $12. So yeah, very affordable prices, but pretty cool one shots. Highly recommend it, especially if you're into New Mutants. Continuing on, I need more. Feed it on.
1, 2, 3. Well, I guess we can just finish New Mutants. Do you want to just do that? Or?
Yeah, let's just do that then. Let's just finish off New Mutants, and then we can move on. We got a cool amount of New Mutants here, so get excited. First appearance of Cypher, a.k.a. Doug Ramsey. I was telling Elias this. Surprising enough, no one calls him Cypher. Everyone just calls him Doug, which I think is very funny. But yeah, very fine, minus $5. And it does have a Kitty Pryde featured in this book. There's her being bullied by the other New Mutants, which is pretty funny. Next up, we have New Mutants number 14. Magic officially joins the team. Very fine, minus for $10. If you don't know, Magic officially joins the team in this issue. After that, I have 2 copies of New Mutants number 16. This is the first appearance of Warpath. If you don't know, Elias, do you want to explain who Warpath is?
Warpath is the brother of Thunderbird, who is a little bit more aggressive, I would say, than Thunderbird. Very cool character. Of course, I was upset that they killed Thunderbird so quickly, so I was happy that we got some, follow-up, got some, I guess I would say follow-up on his character. Obviously, Warpath talks about Thunderbird, and Warpath is also one of my favorite X-Force members. Later X-Force, we're talking like 2000s as a member of X-Force. So pretty cool character. I really enjoy him.
Yeah, he was also featured in the X-Men Days of Future Past movie.
Yeah, that's right.
So it was pretty cool.
Days of Future Past had a lot of cool little cameos of characters.
No, definitely. I'm also just trying to double check one quick thing. Oh yeah, so it was that. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was Reavers or Hellions, but this is also the first full team appearance of Hellions. The original Hellions, not the one that later got written by Zeb Wells. But yeah, New Mutants number 16. I have a fine/very fine and a very fine minus copy. $13 for the fine / very fine, and $14 for the very fine minus. Next up, we have New Mutants number 18. Demon Bear is on the cover, and this is the introduction / cameo appearance of Warlock, the new Warlock. $13 very fine minus, and $14 very fine. Following that, we have the first full appearance of Warlock, very fine for $11. 2 copies, so either one works.
Yep.
Yes.
I was upset that Thunderbird died so quickly. I was saying I enjoyed that they introduced his brother, Warpath. Yeah, he died many years before this came out. I also want to point out very nice Sienkiewicz cover on that New Mutants right there.
Yeah. After that, we have New Mutants number 32, very fine for $9, and it is the intro to Madripoor. If you don't know, Madripoor is a criminal country that basically harbors the worst of the worst. And if you're not enough of a bad person, you might not be able to live it there. So yeah, Madripoor, very first introduction, became a very important place in X-Men lore. $9. And Elias thought this place was actually real.
I was going to say it myself, but out me, I guess. All right, we're going to take away the Amazing Spider-Man, Alpha Flight, and Daredevil books if no one else is going to claim any of those. Want to hand me those?
Yes, I will. Don't rush me! Don't rush me! Yeah, too bad the movie was bad. It got delayed for like 2 years, and then it came out, and it was fine. But just the fact that I got delayed so much really killed any anticipation for the film. Plus, they didn't really show any. They didn't even show like the creators' names at all in the beginning of the film or anything. So it was just like no credit to the actual creator of the characters. So it just felt incredibly rude to do that.
Yeah. Anybody excited for X-Men 97? That should be coming out this year.
Yeah, that's going to be very fun. I'm very, very hyped.
If you're excited for that.
Very, very excited.
So
I am.
what we have on this?
You have Fantastic Four, Marvel Age, and New Mutants.
Gonna keep going on these.
Alphabetical tirads.
What can I say? I love organization. Coming up pretty soon, we got a pretty major 80s key, so stay tuned.
Yeah. Very fine minus. George Perez begins co-authorship and drawing the new Teen Titans. It is the first issue of the second volume, the new Teen Titans. I will say, the Titans series gets very confusing with their naming, especially because it goes from Teen Titans to Titans and etc.
New Titans, new Teen Titans.
New Titans. New Teen Titans. Wait, the Teen Titans. New Teen Titans. The New Titans. Titans. Then Teen Titans. And it goes back to Titans. And then there was 2 concurrent Titans and Teen Titans books during DC Rebirth.
Yeah.
That is so confusing. It is just insanely confusing. Anyway, moving on, we have a pretty cheap but cool key over here. A second appearance of Lobo, fine / very fine, Omega Man number 5 for $4. We still have, do we still have Omega Man number 1, the very first appearance of Lobo?
Well, whatever issue that is. That's the issue before this one.
Oh, is it? Oh, Omega Man number 3, sorry.
Yeah.
That was what it was. I believe. Let me check.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's right there. So yeah, Omega Man number 3. We have the very first appearance of Lobo here.
Should we just throw the other two
just
up?
throw it up.
Because we got 1 and 3 here.
We have 1 for $9 and very
3
first
for just a little bit more.
just a tiny smidge, $100. Very fine plus. So 2, 3 even very important books for Lobo's history. Omega Man, for a series that not that many people care about, spawned a very, very, very lovable character that a lot of people enjoy.
It's a big ticket item, but it's very nice. Very nice book.
Yeah.
And they just did a facsimile reprint of it too, funnily enough.
Yeah, no, it was very cool. Next up, we have Power Pack number 1. If you're an 80s kid, you probably remember this series. I was telling Elias this. They should bring this back. They've done Moon Girl and Double Dinosaur animated show. I think a Power Pack animated show would fit.
It would make a good kids animated show, I think.
It would be great, especially if you do some crossovers with Moon Girl. Could be really cool. But yeah, $16, very fine. First Power Pack series. You could even tie it in, and I mean, you could have an animated Marvel universe. Like that's not off limits, to be honest.
Yeah.
Lord knows they've tried it multiple times.
I gotta watch Moon. I'm curious. I'm gonna scrub through some Moon Girl episodes. I haven't checked it out yet.
The animation's really good.
Actually watching it. I saw the trailer and it looked amazing. But
yeah. Next up, we have Secret Wars 2, number 3. I do have to specify that. And $8, very fine. It is the first appearance of Beyonder in his human form. As a sick cover of Beyonder grasping at the earth as the humans, the heroes try to fight him off. After that, we have the third Spider-Man ongoing ever. Very fine minus Web of Spider-Man issue number 1. $25. This is the third ongoing that they ever made for Spider-Man. And next up, we have very fine for $30, the annual Superman number 11.
Jamil's gonna claim Web of Spider-Man number 1.
Okay.
That's the popular.
Waxy.
Oh, very popular cover, right?
The Superman annual.
Yes.
Oh,
So this is written by Alan Moore. This is actually one of probably the best Superman stories I've ever read. Written by Alan Moore. Basically the only Superman story he's ever written, if I remember correctly. But it basically deals with the fact that Superman is being controlled by this Black Mercy plant and being shown his greatest desires, and it has to be him denying it to then rip off the plant and be able to fight Mongol. And he has to basically let his family die, let his world die. And it's beautifully tragic. Great adaptation was done in the Justice League animated show. So highly recommend that.
No, Round Guy, we didn't have Web of Spider-Man number 1 on the show last week. You got that 252 and other Black Suit stuff, but we didn't have Web of Spider-Man 1 on the show last week.
Going into more Vertigo, we have Swamp Thing number 33. $12, very fine. And this is an homage to the House of Secrets issue 92 that introduced Swamp Thing into the comics universe. Very first time he ever appeared. So this is an homage to that comic. After that, we have third appearance of Constantine over here in Swamp Thing, issue number 38. $8, very fine, minus. Third appearance ever of John Constantine, or Constantine, as it's supposed to be properly pronounced, but yeah, it's supposed to be Constantine. But people never do that. So shame on me, I guess, for improperly pronouncing it, even though I know that it's supposed to be pronounced that way.
Nobody says Constantine.
Actually, a lot of British people do, surprisingly enough.
Who?
It's actually a common British last name.
Who?
Next up, we got a giant size spectacular issue of Swamp Thing number 53 with Batman in and on the book. And it has Swamp Thing basically taking control of Arkham Asylum and Batman trying to stop him. Has them fighting and eventually teaming up for $6. Very fine. And then we have this hilarious cover of Swamp Thing number 67. It is $6. Very fine. And it has a sick preview of the first issue of Hellblazer. Thank you, Jason. I just have not been in the speaking mood today, I guess.
Yeah.
Just not hitting all my strides.
The next one in this box is a in my opinion, a major key from the 80s. So I'm going to hold off on that for a little bit longer, and we're going to clear this rack first and do a mixed assortment of stuff. We're going to switch it up a little bit. Let's do a mixed assortment of stuff on this rack. Whenever Lucas is ready, I will take these books from him.
I was drinking my Coca-Cola.
As you should.
What can I say? I like my caffeine.
Make sure they're in order, please.
Yep. Yeah.
Thank you. I just watched the tape on that. It's
Yep.
not staying shut. All right, these are going away, guys. If you have any more questions about them now, please let us know.
Before we throw them in the furnace. No.
Before
We
you
use them
never
as-
see them again.
Before we use them as kindling.
Yeah.
You know, the usual comic stuff.
It's a big chunk.
You guys don't use your comic pages as a roll-up tobacco cigarette?
So these have notes corresponding to them. So
Cool.
if you want to look at that,
I will
have
put that up
there.
here.
But before you start that bag, I want to just do this one real quick.
Yeah. So this is a pretty hot key that just happened to be really jumping up this week. Alpha Flight number 1. This is a 1 in 50 variant with Arthur Adams drawing it. Is this Icebird? Is that her name? Or is this
Snowbird.
Snowbird. And it's a very fine plus at a whopping $50. Oh my. I like that, Jason. I like that. Really, really makes you feel the loss of money as you smoke it away.
But yeah, so we have the brand new Alpha Flight number 1, which I think is a lot of fun so far. And we have the old Alpha Flight number 1 too.
Yeah, so a lot of Alpha Flight. Yeah, no, the eyes are nuts. The detail on it is honestly insane.
Snowbird's really interesting. She's a shapeshifter. So she, I think, well, obviously, because you see the claw, this is a reference to her owl shapeshift form.
I actually didn't know that. I thought she had snow powers, to be
No.
honest.
No, she shapeshifts. Usually it's something Arctic related, so it'll be a snow, like a snow owl, or a polar bear or something to that effect. But yeah, pretty cool.
That's cool.
But yeah, this is going up and up and up right now. So
yeah, people are putting it for $80, which
this is
insane.
surprisingly a fair price.
Yeah, like someone actually bought it for like $80 and $120, which is
nuts.
insane. I'm not that crazy, so me and Elias were like, okay, let's at least maybe put this at a decent price so that people can actually, buy it without feeling like they're gonna absolutely kill their wallet.
Yeah.
So we have it here for $50. But yeah, next up we have Lock and Key Sandman Universe. This is the black and white variant 1 in 10 for $15. This is Lock and Key number 1.
I didn't know this was in the Sandman universe.
Yeah, I didn't either until later on after the show. I'm sorry, I read Jamil's comment and that got me. She's in desperate need of sunglasses.
I'm gonna say that's a look you just know your clothes are on fire on the lawn for.
You come home and you see her and you're like, oh, I've done something wrong, haven't I?
Jamil is going for the Alpha Flight.
Okay.
All right.
So I think this is the first time Jamil has gone for a modern book? Is this
brand new book too.
This actually just came out this week. So
all right, Jamil.
But yeah, like I
see you.
I guess the eyes really just made people want to buy it.
The eyes just hypnotized Jamil.
Yeah, seriously. Probably.
Is that a break fun?
Yeah, that is a break pun indeed. So we will see you guys back in a little bit. We'll be back with some cool X-Men and other modern keys.
Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rocket Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula. You want the comics? You buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales. Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with two want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.
Hey guys, we are back. Now, let's hit the ground running with X-Men #1 variant from the 2013 run. We have a 1 in 50 variant for $25. Features Storm, painted. It is Marvel Now.
What artist is that?
This is
I want to see if I can get
Manara.
it by looking at it.
Oh, well, you shouldn't. I already said it.
Manara, yeah.
Yeah. You should have said that first before. What artist is it?
I didn't think he would have written it down as a note, so it's
Yeah.
good he did that.
Next up, we have Miss Marvel #1 from her 2006 ongoing series, or run, I guess. $20 is her #1, Miss Marvel. And then, on top of that...
Lucas's iPhone. Very
No.
fine.
No. Next, we have Miss Marvel. We have a 1 in 25 variant from her original 2014 run. $70. Very fine. It is sick. Highly recommend it. Miss Marvel. It's a really cool variant, honestly. I like it. Look at this.
Oh, that's fun.
That's actually really cool.
I like that.
A lot. And then it says Miss Marvel saves the day in the newspaper coming out of her locker. That's cool. Next up, we have a Shang-Chi Master Kung Fu issue number 126. $20, 1 in 25 variant, Mike Mayhew. Sick cover. Highly recommend it.
If you don't mind, let's throw this up real quick so it has a little time to be on the rack before we take this rack down.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm just going to shift these over, make a spot for it. Real quick, Star Wars #2. This is a reprint. This is also, though, the newsstand edition. So Fine Plus is the grade for $21. Star Wars #2. If there's any Star Wars fans out there, this is, of course, from the classic Marvel Comics era of the Star Wars comics. And yeah, this is a reprint, but it's also newsstand. Star Wars. Number 2.
Yeah.
$21.
Obi-Wan. What was it?
Benjamin Kenobi.
Benjamin Kenobi.
Yeah, Benjamin Kenobi.
D Star Wars.
He also says
Obi-Wan.
Saber RE here, like
that's
like an
strange.
actual sword. So that's pretty weird.
Huh. I mean, later it got corrected, so I mean that must be like an error that they did.
Well, sometimes Marvel would use like proper like English spellings of stuff.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
In the
I mean, technically that is the correct way that you would say it.
Yeah.
But people just don't write it that way.
But there's some weird ones too. Like I remember they would use through like THRU sometimes instead of spelled out fully.
Yeah, RUGH.
So, I don't know. There's some weird exceptions to that.
Anyway, next up we have the Incredible Hulk number 2 from the 2017 run, 1 in 50 variant, $40.
Nice.
Monster in a body.
That's Mike Diodato, right?
Yeah.
It's just I see that and I don't think of Flash, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's a really good Hulk, and I love his Hulk, but I just don't see him doing Flash.
Yeah, he's going to be doing Flash soon, so that's that will be interesting.
Sound off below what you guys think of Mike Diodato Jr. doing the Flash art for the new series.
Next up, we have the New 52 Superman Unchained number 1. It is a 1 in 50 variant for $15. $15.
Wow, only $15 for a 1 in 50.
Yeah, very affordable.
Jason coming through on the Star Wars.
Okay.
That will go in your bag, Jason. Thanks
there you go.
claim.
And following that, we have Justice League of America number 45 from 2010. We have the 1 in 10 variant for $15. It is by David Mack. Sick variant cover with Supergirl on it.
I'm sure you've seen his work before, right, Lucas?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
He's awesome.
He did some great Jessica Jones stuff with Bendis.
Yes, that was it. That was exactly. I remember that. That was fun. That was a fun era.
Yeah.
Next up, we have X-Men number 7 from the 2011 run. We have the 1 in 50 variant for $45. $45. I actually can't pronounce this last name. Do you want to read this for me? Over here.
Oh, Djurjevic, I think, or Djurjevic. Yeah.
Usually Elias is pretty good at instantly recognizing artists, so I usually trust his.
I can that's just a hard name to say. I just don't know how to say that properly.
Next up, we have this really cool variant cover. This is actually really okay. This is too cool. This is actually really cool. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I will stop geeking out for a second. Bright as Day, number 4, 2010. Look at this. Like, legitimately, this is actually such a cool cover. But $60, 1 in 25 variant. It is the second appearance of Jackson Hyde, also apparently. But yeah, this is by Ivan Arias.
Hello, Roger.
But
How
yeah,
you doing?
this cover looks sick. Shira and Carter holding each other as they're zombified. Pretty sick. Next up, leave. You have another one for me? Because that's each.
No, that's all he had in the bag.
Ah, okay.
I mean, as long as there's prices on it.
Yeah, sure, there is. Next up, we have, hey, Round Guy, glad you're back from your lunch break.
No, you were just saying hi to Roger Dodger.
Oh, then maybe. Anyway, the Batman Adventures 64 special, 64-page special. Let me specify that, not 1964. Fine, $18, featuring Harley Quinn on the cover. Mad Love. You know, Harley Quinn came originally from the animated show and was so popular, so popular, that she actually transferred over to the mainline continuity. If you guys haven't watched the animated show, what are you doing here? Go back and watch it immediately. That's your homework for the week.
Yeah, the show probably increased this again, but I'm curious when we go to MICC this year if that's still going to be the most popular cosplay, because that's all I see.
It's just Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. That's such a popular cosplay, like crazy.
I mean, nowadays it's significantly easier because all you need is red, black, and then maybe a
It's
little bit
pretty
of white.
easy to do. Some people like to do the makeup, but some people don't do the makeup. So
Yeah.
like it's not terribly difficult. Anything black and red, as long as you have a giant hammer, I think you're in good shape.
I like when people cosplay as Harley Quinn. I don't like when couples cosplay as Harley Quinn and Joker.
Iconic
Very-
comic couple, very good.
Yeah,
Aspire.
aspire to be like Harley Quinn
Yeah.
and Joker.
Good
Totally
idea.
do that. Yikes. I had someone in my school in middle school do that with her boyfriend, and I was like, it's like, man, this is so messed up.
Middle school.
I was like, bro, this is just awful.
Yes, Jason, that was the joke.
Yes, that is indeed the joke, Jason. Next up, we have the holiday special, Batman Adventures, with Mr. Freeze on the cover and Batman and Batgirl fighting off against him. Very good for $10. How much more Batman
it's an
Adventures do you
80.
have? Yeah, one more. So I'll finish this off and then we can break up. Or should I finish this entire pile?
Feel like you should.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have one more row here. Let's go.
Yeah, just because he's
Okay.
all from like.
So we have Batman Adventures Annual Number 1. This is the third appearance of Harley in comics. Fine Plus for $13. Next up, we have very fine / near mint Ghost Rider number 15. This is a glow in the dark issue. So very cool for $9. If you are a fan of Ghost Rider, this is a sick cover, especially since it is glow in the dark. After that, we got Batman Spawn War Devil by Doug Mensch. So I was right the first time. Damn. Okay, I judged myself. I said it the first time, and I was like, no. Does it still glow in the dark? I believe so. I mean, usually with these type of things, you have to shine them at a light. You have to shine a light at them and then glow in the dark. So
I'm putting it in some dark to see if it does anything.
what I would first do is shine your flashlight from your phone on it.
That's true.
That's the first thing you want to do because that's how you usually do that. Okay, Thomas Bishop will claim the third appearance of Harley. Here you go.
And Thomas, I believe we still have some other stuff here for you, so make sure to email us about that.
Yep, so that we can get all that sorted out. Anyway, we have Batman Spawn War Devil, $9. Very fine. It's a crossover between Batman and Spawn.
It sure does still glow. That's sick.
Wait, really? Oh yeah, that does. I can kind of see it. That's sick. So it still does glow. That's actually awesome. Yeah, $9. Next up, we have Spider-Woman number 1. Spider-Woman number 1 for $25. Very fine minus. This is the original series that she appeared in. This is a great way to kick off that rack. But yeah, $25, very fine. Claim Ghost Rider, 15. Okay. Jameel will claim Ghost Rider 15.
Good grab, Jameel. Don't forget you have this, because when you shut the lights off to go to sleep, I don't want you to get scared.
he just gets jump scared by it. He hangs out on his wall.
Round guy claiming Spider-Woman. Nice grab.
Okay. Round guy will claim Spider-Woman number 1. Very fine minus. That's honestly surprising that we were even able to find that quality of a copy.
I don't know where you
Yeah, no, seriously. Mike sometimes just finds stuff, and I'm seriously questioning how sometimes. Next up, we have Lady Rawhide for $4. 1995 Julia Burr's cover. I don't know much about this, to be honest.
That's a great way to end this rack.
Yeah, after Spider-Woman number 1, I was like, okay.
Was that an alphabetical order?
I don't think so. That's so strange.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, we're gonna claim this rack with Titans and Omega Man and Secret Wars and all that stuff. If no one is interested, watch
I got
the
it.
tape on them.
Man, I'm surprised no one wanted to claim the Superman angle. That probably one of my favorite stories for Superman. Genuinely.
Word.
Highly recommend watching the animated. We should watch that again, you and I.
What? Which one?
The animated episode that's based off of that.
Oh, the episode, yeah.
By the way, that is the only piece of media outside of comics that Alan Moore actually worked on that like has his written consent. That is like the only. He doesn't care about any of the movies that adapts his work. He doesn't care about anything. But the animated show, he actually wrote part of the script and actually okayed it. So it's like the only thing that he genuinely approved of, which I think is so good. Just really goes to show you that like he cares about the quality of his work and not anything that sacrifices that. He doesn't appreciate that.
Considering he also did the Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
How much of a Superman fan is he?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, he must know a good amount because I mean, those are two of the biggest Superman issues that anyone's ever done, and yeah, he must be a pretty large one. But at the same time, he hasn't ever done an ongoing or anything like that, or like a miniseries. It's always been just one shots, which is pretty interesting.
All right, I'm really excited for this next book. I hope you guys are too. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you take it away, Lucas.
Okay. No pressure. Okay, we got the very first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. $80. Very fine. Does it reach the rack in time? First appearance of Beta Ray Bill.
I mean, I don't know that everybody loves him as much as I do, but I love him.
No, he's such a fun character.
Beta Ray Bill is
Jamil will claim it.
let's go. First guy to really put Thor in his place and just pick up the hammer and be like, sorry,
you think
man,
you're
I
cool?
want this. Yeah, I want this more than you. I'm fighting for my Corbinite people, and that's it.
you think you're cool?
Better than Thor, I am. There you go.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's crazy.
Great claim, Jamil.
And following that up,
Here we have the whole Beta Ray Bill saga. Sorry, I should have prefaced that.
yeah, and we got the Mighty Thor, very fine minus $338. $25. $338. It's them wrestling between each other, and yes, it is a new sand version. It is for $25.
But yeah,
Will it reach the rack in time?
Lucas, look at the bar.
Yeah, no, I am. New thing that I've learned
I'm not
recently.
paying attention.
Next up, we have the next issue, 339. Beta Ray Bill gets his new hammer, Stormbreaker, for $12. Very fine. Brand new hammer. I actually really like the design of his hammer. It's really cool. Plus, the gold look actually really suits him. But yeah, this man was so cool that he literally convinced Odin to give him his own hammer.
Yeah.
He was just
Fork it over, man.
Yeah, he was just like, give me a piece of the Odin Force, man. I just, and he was just fine with it. He was just okay, and you can see Thor looks very angry. He's like, come on, man.
Oh yeah, no, he's pissed.
He's like angry that someone else is getting some of his abilities.
Yeah.
And following that, we have 349, the origin of the Odin Force. Very fine minus for $5. Very affordable. But if you didn't know, recently me and Elias learned that the Odin Force is actually the result of Odin's two dead siblings.
Yeah, his two dead brothers, and that's where the power is drawn from.
Which is pretty nuts. I wonder if they should do a storyline where like those two brothers resurrect.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Actually, you know what? I need to stop saying stuff like that because then Marvel's just gonna rob me.
Jay loves Stormbreaker and Beta Ray Bill. I'm glad you like him as much as I do. If you guys haven't read it, Daniel Warren Johnson did a Beta Ray Bill 5-issue miniseries. Did you ever read that?
I've never read it.
Oh my god!
Wait, I need to read that.
You got to read that.
No, I'm now gonna add that to
Beta
my
Ray
list.
Bill by Daniel Warren Johnson, 5-issue mini.
When did he release that?
It's only like a year or two old.
What? How did I
would
not
say
hear
last
about
year.
this?
I don't know how you missed it, but it's written and drawn by him. How much was $338?
$338 is $25. Very fine. Minus.
$25.
Next up, we have.
Oh wait! Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, we should wait.
I care about this even more. This is the start of the next important saga of the mighty Thor. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
We like to call this one the Thraga. The Mighty Thor Frog Saga begins now. $3.63 for $4. The very last panel, Thor becomes a frog. Very fine. Round guy will claim the $3.38. So yeah, the beginning of the Frog Saga for Thor becomes a frog last panel.
Just in the last panel. The majority of the book is just a Secret Wars 2 tie-in, which is so silly. But then last panel, Thor's now a frog.
And then following that up, we have the very first appearance of Simon Walterson, Puddle Gulp. $20, very fine. He's the one that would later become the official Throg. But yeah, Mighty Thor $3.64, very fine. And then following that up, we have very fine, the official first appearance of Throg for $14. It is Mighty Thor $3.65. Jason responded with the very intelligent, very well thought out comment. Throg.
Let's get a Throg chain going.
Throg.
Throg.
Throg. And to close out the Thraga, we have $3.66. $21. Very fine.
Sick cover right there.
Has Throg going and ready to kill some people. You guys don't know, but frogs are actually incredibly bloodthirsty. They have an extreme berserker rage, and they love killing humans. No.
Throg chain.
Throg chain. Yeah, me and I saw that when we were going through the collection. We got really excited.
Yeah.
We were very happy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Marvel Unleashed is a new series that's starting this coming Wednesday. That's basically another Pet Avengers team. So I'm excited for that. So Throg will show up in that. So.
And Jeff.
Yeah, so if you're not picking that up, definitely do.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be an all-silent issue. Because, like, none of them can... I mean, I guess Throg can talk. Throg can talk.
Throg can talk, yeah.
But, like, Lockjaw and the rest of them can't.
Well, we'll see what the lineup is, because usually they've had a psychic on the team before.
Fair,
so
fair.
But, yeah, I love me some Pet Avengers.
Yeah, no, they're very adorable. They're the best boys and girls. Next up, we have the Mighty Thor. $3.71 for $8. Very fine. Plus, the very first appearance of Justice Peace. If you don't know who Justice Peace is, they are a TVA agent. And following that up, we have a very important key, especially because Loki's on the horizon. Very fine. Plus, first appearance of TVA. $19.
Only $19.
Mighty Thor $3.72. I expect this to jump significantly higher once the season 2 comes out, especially since we're going to be getting a lot more of the TVA. But yeah, no.
What is the TVA, for those who don't know?
Time Variance Authority. So basically, they make sure that the timeline stays in a specific way, in a specific order, and that no time travelers, such as like Kang or something, go out of their, I guess, predestined path.
Yeah.
Even Kang, who is known as the Great Time Traveler, has to abide by the TVA's rules, basically. So they're really powerful. They're surprisingly powerful. But yeah, this is the very first appearance of TVA.
I have high hopes for Loki season 2.
Season 1 was phenomenal.
Was good, but I think it picked up more towards the end.
No, definitely.
It took a minute to get me fully invested, but I have high hopes for season 2 for sure.
I think the first 2 episodes could have been condensed.
Yeah.
But I understand why they had to do that, because they killed off the original Loki, so they basically had to make this Avengers Loki into the one that we lost. Right. So it was kind of a catch-22. Right. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Thor debuting his brand new Thor armor. Mighty Thor $3.78 has a sick 80s-tastic armor. If you guys like the 80s, this is a sick Thor costume. Is it overly designed? Yes. Is it from the 80s? Yes. Is it still cool nonetheless? Yes.
I didn't think about it, but this is probably what they were referencing in Love and Thunder with that ridiculous suit.
Yeah, but at least this looks better.
It sure does.
Than that CGI monstrosity.
It sure does.
But we don't talk about them. And finally, to close out this rack, we have Tales of the Titans number 57. And this is a very fine copy for $7. And it is the first appearance, full and cover appearance of Jinx. Guys, I know Jinx is a very famous Teen Titans character. I learned about her through the Teen Titans animated show, which phenomenal show, but has a completely different design. And she has been appearing in the recent Titans show on HBO Max in the final season as one of the main characters. But yeah, this is her first appearance for $7. Going back to this rack, let's clear this off. I'll be grabbing these. You got some bundles, I'm guessing. Some hefty boys. You got some chonkers. Elias is really getting his gains in today. with these insane amount of books. You guys see, you're very excited. Yeah, I don't know why that show's still going on either. To be completely honest, the only good thing about that show, in my opinion, was the costume designers.
Is it still going?
Well, no, I thought this was the last season. It finished. Pretty sure it's done.
I thought so.
Yeah, season 4 was the last one, so they ended on that with Brother Blood as the main quote-unquote villain, I guess. But yeah, no, they wasted a phenomenal Deathstroke costume on that show, which is really sad because that Deathstroke costume looks sick.
Yeah. And
it's just a shame that they just did that. Anyway, here you go, Elias. Let us begin with. We got some cool bundles here, so we're gonna be starting out.
I'm passing the board.
Oh yeah, here you go. Got some cool bundles. Yeah, no, it really did. And like Nightwing, it's just a whole thing. It's just over the top. And anyway, I'm not going to talk about that show anymore. Anyway, we have the complete set. Very fine minus / very fine plus.
Well, two very plus.
Yeah.
Very fine plus. Sorry, just so you know the range of the grades on this bundle.
Yeah. $15. The Fantastic Four versus the X-Men. The entire series, 4-issue limited, but it is for only $15. So very affordable, very easy to buy. We figured we'd do some bundles just to make it easier on some people to get a complete story if they're interested or get a limited series. Next up, we have the Firestar limited series, 4-issue limited. The complete set, very fine minus to very fine plus, $10. If you enjoy Firestar, this is a sick issue series to grab. Next up, we have the Nightcrawler miniseries. This is another 4-issue limited, complete series, very fine minus to very fine plus, $15, 4 issues, and it has a sick cover of Kurt as a pirate.
The whole series is written and drawn by Dave Cockrum.
Yeah. And close out this little smidgen over here. We got Kitty Pryde and Wolverine, the entire 6-issue limited. Last week we showed you issue 1. We found the rest of them. Very fine minus to very fine plus, the complete set. It is $25 in total. But this is the first time that Kitty Pryde and Wolverine have teamed up.
You might not be able to fit that Squadron bundle on the rack.
Oh, you sure about that? No. Next up, we have.
Jamil will claim Kitty Pryde. All right, Jamil.
Okay.
Good grab.
Next up, we have the first 6 issues of Classic X-Men for $45. This from very fine near mint, the first issue. So it shows some of the formation of the new X-Men. And yeah, Classic X-Men, $45. Very, very good bundle. Next up, we have this hefty, I say, Squadron Supreme bundle. It's 12-issue limited, so quite a long limited, honestly. A whole year, basically. But whole limited, 12 issues for $35. If you don't know who the Squadron Supreme is, Elias, you want to take this over since I know that they are some of your favorites.
Because I hated DC for so long, I liked their Marvel version better, which is the Squadron Supreme, featuring, of course, Marvel knockoffs of DC's Justice League. We got Hyperion. We got Wizard. He changes his name a bunch of times. We got Dr. Spectrum. We got Nighthawk, and many, many more. This is the first series to really expand the roster. Golden Archer,
Power Princess,
I think, is one of them for Green Arrow. Yeah, Power Princess, of course. So pretty
Also
silly.
Lady Lark.
Huh?
Lady Lark.
Lady Lard, yeah, that's right. That was the
Black
Canary, yeah, Black Canary one. So yes, it's a silly concept, but I think they've been written well and they make some interesting stories. So pretty cool.
Yeah, $35, so very affordable.
Yep, whole 12 issue. I guess you would call it a maxi series these days.
Yeah, I guess so. Next up, we have the Marvel Saga. We have Marvel Saga 1 through 10, very fine minus the very fine plus, $25. You guys don't know, the Marvel Saga basically is the official history of the Marvel Universe, basically retold. And this is the first 10 issues, starting from the formation of Fantastic Four up until, I don't actually know where it ends. Trying to guess around.
But it's a pretty cool series where it's, featuring reprints.
The formation of the X-Men.
Of really classic Marvel moments. So, yeah, formation of the X-Men.
So everything from Fantastic Four to the formation of the X-Men, it basically covers in the Marvel timeline.
Surprise it fit.
Yeah, I know, I was also. And next up to close out our bundles, our bundle bonanza, we have Elektra Assassin, one in a 8-issue limited series, very fine minus a very fine plus, complete set for $25. Frank Miller is on this book writing, and yeah, Elektra solo series. If you're interested in Elektra, she is very famous, obviously, as you guys know. You guys are comic fans. I don't need to explain who she is.
This is a really nice series. The art, especially all Sienkiewicz art, interiors and covers, really crazy stuff. On Elektra, I think it makes an interesting twist for her, a little more abstract. But it's pretty awesome. I really enjoy it.
Was it Frank Miller that wrote that? Wait, I might be wrong. Let me check.
No, that's not a Frank Miller. I believe so.
It doesn't say on the front, which is why I'm like...
I just know that's in Sienkiewicz art. So.
Yeah.
That number 1 is in really good shape, by the way. White pages.
Yeah, it's a white comic.
Pristine pages. Oh, yeah, the cover. The cover is white, and it's surprisingly in amazing shape. So I was very pleased about that.
I'm seeing the details right now. It is written by... no, it is written by Frank Miller. I was right.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I was indeed correct. I never should have doubted myself. I'm always correct. No.
That's true. That's true. The press are on the back.
Okay.
Just wanted to continue the bundle train.
Okay, we're going to continue the bundle train. We have Black Orchid up to number 9 from the DC Vertigo line.
That's the full first volume.
Full first volume for $20. For $20. And we also have the second volume for $10. It is 3 full giant-sized books, but it's the entire story. Following that, we have the entire Books of Magic original series for $18. If you guys don't know, Neil Gaiman wrote this, and as I always like to point out, J.K. Rowling ripped off this book to write Harry Potter. Neil Gaiman doesn't like to say that because he's very nice, but yeah, she ripped him off. This came out a year before. It's about a boy that finds out that he is a wizard, has glasses, is an orphan, and gets whisked away into a magical world. And learns that he's the chosen one also.
Pretty silly stuff.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal series. And then following that, we have the New Avengers Illuminati series is 1 through 5 for $12. And as Elias struggles. Elias struggles very, very.
Everyone's favorite DC character. Show him some love.
Aztec, the Ultimate Man, for $10. Surprisingly enough, written by Grant Morrison. So I'm honestly surprised this character hasn't been more popular. But I guess
This is from, of course, Grant Morrison's JLA era.
yeah. But yeah, $10. I mean, 10 issues and $10, 10 issues. So
$10, 10 issues. Read up on Aztec.
yeah, and that will be our bundles all finished out.
Bundle rack.
No one wants Thraga.
Read the.
No one wants Thraga. Come on.
Disappointed in you.
I am very disappointed. No one wants
Saddened,
Thraga.
heartbroken, in fact.
Man, it's so
At
sad.
least they showed Horse Thor some love.
Yeah, but Thraga though. It's Thraga. Oh,
They're going away.
okay. It's sad. See what you guys did? Now I'm sad. Look, guys, he has a freaking. There's a freaking frog right there. That's so cool. Look, did you notice that?
Him morphing into a frog.
No.
Oh, this? Up
Yeah.
top? I didn't notice that.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
Amazing.
No, it's so cool. I didn't have a right to be that cool. It hurts me internally. Okay.
It's going away.
Unappreciative. Feel stabbed. Betrayed even.
Here's some randos.
Okay. Okay. Moving on. We got Tales to Astonish, number 95. We have Submariner versus the Hulk. It is good minus condition, and it is $7. There's him and Submariner versus the High Evolutionary. After that, we have a very fine copy of Punisher War Journal, the first ever issue of Punisher War Journal. Round Guy will claim Tales to Astonish, number 95.
All right.
Punisher War Journal, first miniseries with Punisher as the main character. Very fine, $15. Following that, we have the second appearance of Deadpool ever, $11, fine plus X-Force, number 2. Following that, I cannot read this. You want to read this, Elias? Because I cannot.
First, Ashad. It's a first appearance of Ashad. Famous.
Wait,
Star Wars
I
character.
actually do know. Wait, I actually do
Ashad.
know. She's the lady with the 2 lightsabers. It's like where it has like black and white skin. She has like tattoos. She almost looks like Kratos-esque.
That's her name?
I think so. Wait,
Okay.
let me just check real quick. I'm gonna just check real quick. First, wait.
Well, Star Wars 10 by Dark Horse.
Oh, Sharad Het. Sharad Het.
Sharad Het. Okay.
Oh, so no, it's not. It's not her. Okay, so it's Sharad Het.
First appearance of Sharad Het.
Yeah, very fine minus $25. So apparently, this is the first Tusken Raider as a Jedi.
Oh,
Interesting.
that's cool.
I mean, that's cool. Yeah. Next up, we have.
Right, I guess.
It's not as cool as Thraga, man. What can I say?
Sure isn't.
I cry for my boys. Very fine, near mint. 1994 Pizza Hut giveaway comic.
Let's go.
It is the 1995 Pizza Hut giveaway comic for $8. It's still in its wrapping as Iron Man. It looks like Firestar. Yes, Firestar, Human Torch, and Spider-Man.
Well, she has to microwave the pizza.
Oh my god, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's actually good. That's good.
Orcus Trader.
Yeah. You guys are reading the current books, you'll know that. If not, then you won't understand what we're saying.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say that before, but the Firestar claim Pizza Hut, Jason. All right, this Firestar comic actually looks pretty cool. I haven't read it myself, but based on the current inclusion of Firestar in the X-Men, this is her first interaction with a lot of mutant characters. So looks interesting to me, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, congrats, Jason. This is from the Mike Mix, man.
This is the Mike Mix.
Mike Mix.
We have Stray Dogs #1 for $20. Very fine, near mint.
Holy crap. Has anyone seen the incessant trailers for the Strays movie with Will Ferrell
Kevin Hart
and Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx does it. Sorry, I'm confusing my pet
It
based.
looks so silly.
There were Super Pets, which had Kevin Hart in it.
Oh, I still haven't watched Super Pets. I gotta watch.
That's
we
what
should
I'm
watch
confusing
Super
with.
Pets. We should.
Claim Stray Dogs.
I
Okay.
can't even read that name.
That is Duan Zapane.
Dwayne Zapane.
Dwayne Zapane. Dwayne Zapane.
I haven't seen you in the chat before, so fill out the forum for us and let us know that you claim Stray Dogs. Thank you.
Next up, we have Warlock and the Infinity Watch, a giant-sized anniversary issue featuring Thor and Thanos. Is issue number 25. Very fine, near mint, $15. If you guys like Adam Warlock, Thanos, or Thor, this is a comic that features all three. So, following that up, we have a fine copy of Amazing Spider-Man 365, the supersized 30th anniversary issue. It is a holographic, and it has a 5-page preview of Spider-Man 2099, which is highly debated whether or not it is the first appearance. Most people have kind of, I think, quelled down now and said that it's not.
But whatever, here's this book.
Yeah. $15.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Sick of
The debate.
arguing about it.
And then next, we have Fine Plus Vengeance of Bane, #2, The Redemption. It's a 64-page special from 1995, written by Chuck Dixon. And yeah, $8, Fine Plus. Following that up, we have Batman, Castle of the Bat. What looks like Batman being shocked like a Frankenstein monster. Right here, pretty sick cover. For $7, very fine, minus. Jack C. Harris and Bo Hampton writing. We're getting a little bit of Elseworlds here, so let's go in. Justice Riders. It is $8, very fine minus. If you guys don't know, they actually just recently referenced this in the new Justice League animated film. Wonder Woman is a cowgirl, I believe a sheriff in that universe, working with Jonah Hex. Or maybe not a sheriff, but she is working with Jonah Hex. And yeah, this is the story that is based off of, where Wonder Woman is an outlaw, basically. But Justice Riders.
Also, I don't know if anyone mentioned that Vengeance of Bane, that's not the first printing.
Oh, that's not the first printing? They did not tell me.
No, I just didn't know if anyone in the chat maybe said
No.
anything. Yeah, that's not the first printing. First printing is a red background, not a green. I'm not sure exactly what printing that is. I just know it's not the first one.
Anyway, next up we have Batman Brotherhood of the Bat. This is Batman with a multitude of him fighting off against who knows who for $6.50.
Take the box.
And we have Batman Man Bat by Jamie Delano, who wrote the first ever major couple arcs of Hellblazer, and John Bolton. Jamie Delano is a very good writer. I've been reading Hellblazer recently for the first time, and it's very good. It's very fun. But yeah. Anyway, let's wrap this quickly up. We have Batman Man Bat #2 for $6, and Batman Man Bat #3 for $6. If you're interested in any of these Elseworld stories, definitely be sure to claim them.
We will be right back after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We still got some really cool books to go over.
Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form. Did you know that every Experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code. What if Hans Gruber from Die Hard had to battle the Joker from Batman the Animated Series in a dance battle? Or who would win in a race between Baby from Baby Driver and Snidely Whiplash? If Austin Powers and Shrek found themselves in a hot dog eating contest, who would emerge victorious? These are the questions we talk about on Nerd Killer Warfare. Debate the most absurd questions you've ever heard in popular culture. Register now by scanning the QR code or visiting bit.ly/EXP casting. Go follow The Experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, we already got you in the bag, brown guy. Do not worry about that. Remember, we do have these bundles up here. Very affordable, knockdown prices. So if you're looking for the entire story, they are right here. We are going to be going through and taking these down shortly. But, yeah. What have you guys been reading recently? Like I said, I've been reading Hellblazer. That's been very, very fun. I'm in near the end of the Fear Machine arc. If you guys have read Hellblazer, definitely tell me down below. But yeah, so far in the middle of the Jimmy Delano, I guess run is the best way to put it. I believe he only has these two arcs, and then he's kind of done, if I remember correctly. But yeah, no, I'm excited. My plan is to eventually read all of Hellblazer up until issue 300, and I'm stopping. I'm not going to read everything after that. Just because a lot of people don't really seem to care about it. But yeah, we're going to be taking down these bundles now.
Oh, hey. Hey, Zayn. Welcome.
Hello, Zainin.
Thank you, Jay. Very kind of you. Zayn, we did a bundle. If you really want number one, I'm happy to price that individually for you. But we did bundle that entire thing.
For 25.
Oh, yeah, you have it right there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
right here.
You show it. We did do the whole bundle for 25. If you really only need number one, I'll be happy to take it out of the bundle and price it individually for you. So let me know.
Round guy, we already. I thought we already did the Hulk.
No. He's saying what he's been reading.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I did ask that. Yes. So yeah, Hulk Mariner. That's sick. Zany will claim the Electra bundle.
All right.
Thank you, Zany. We appreciate it.
We appreciate you claiming the whole bundle. Yeah, keeping it all together. Number one, I mean, all of them are in really good shape. I said VF minus to VF plus shape, but honestly,
number one is insane.
Look at how purely white this is. Just show him real quick.
It's actually.
Look at how pure white that is. I'm sure you know how fantastic this series is, but okay.
Any Zane and
Zaps.
About this specific series.
People have come to love them, it looks like.
Yeah, Zane and Zaps, man.
It's a
What can you say?
signature now. All right, Zane, this is for you. I will put this in your box.
Mr. Zaptastic over here. But yeah, we're gonna be taking down these.
You want to try and hand them to me in alphabetical order? I know I didn't put them up that way, but.
Okay. That's it's a little bit more of a. Okay. Sorry, I got to do the calculations in my head. I need to calculate the likelihood of me messing this up. Okay. I'm putting in classic X-Men next.
Zane say, give me some material. I might be able to come up with something.
Give me some material.
Yeah, Round Guy, we are still on the lookout. Not a lot of Hulk in this 80s collection.
No, there was not.
Not a lot of Hulk in this collection that just came in. It was a massive collection, so unfortunately, I can't say that I have
This is the bottom one.
seen them. That's the last one?
Yeah, I just couldn't hold it all.
That's all good.
Drop it. Don't drop it.
But don't worry, we are still on the lookout for those books for you.
All you hear off screen is Elias falling
Yeah,
and tumbling
I really
down.
don't know where to put these, so I'm just going to... Damn it.
And that went from VF minus to VF.
Alright, this is not working.
I thought you were going to put them in the box.
Don't pay attention to me.
Okay. Okay, should I go with the big ticket item?
Yeah.
Okay, we're starting. Okay, this is going to be pretty quick. I expect this to not reach the rack. But let's see.
We'll see.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. This is the third big ticket item that we have here. Get ready. Wolverine number 1. $80. Very fine plus. Bro, you good?
No!
Also, I'm glad that Zane, I'm glad you're enjoying the show. The show is very, very cool. Round guy said I'm out. Oh no. Should have saved the funds for the last big ticket.
We already gave the Electra bundle to Zanin. We did that.
Yep, we just did it. Jamil just said he has 2 copies of Wolverine number 1.
I'm sure
wow.
Jamil. Put it on the rack.
Okay. It has made it to the rack. I'm honestly surprised.
They don't
appreciate Thraga. They don't appreciate Wolverine. Wow.
Yeah, Jason? You sure?
$80.
Oh, wait. What happened?
Wait, Round Guy asked what the price was. $80.
Wait.
Wait.
Jay, can you give me which came in first?
So Round Guy asked what the price was. Jason claimed it.
Okay.
So then Jason gets it.
All right, Jason beat Round Guy to it. Nice claim. Beautiful claim.
Okay. So surprised you made it to the rack. Okay, moving on. We have Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing, and Wondar. $3. Very fine. Minus. Next up, we have another Marvel team-up. Spider-Man and Moon Dragon. $6. Fine. Minus. We got Captain Marvel number 7 for $13. Fine.
Jason's favorite
Fine.
key on the keyboard is the caps lock.
Number 8 for $24. Very fine minus. $22 for issue number 9. Very fine minus. Captain Marvel number 9. Captain Marvel number 10 for $18. Fine / very fine. Moving on, we got some Mariner issues over here. Some Mariner number 42, $9. Fine minus.
Marvel. That's right.
So Mariner number 39 for $15. Fine / very fine.
Marvel Comics. My favorite publishing company.
So Mariner number 40 for $12. Fine plus. And going back to Thor for a little bit, we have Thor number 174 for $30. Very fine minus. We have Thor 176, fine / very fine for $30. Mighty Thor 177, fine minus for $25. Should I finish this Thor? No, that's a pretty hefty Thor section. Should I wrap it up, or this is how much Thor is left? I could move this up and finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm just going to move up stuff just a little bit.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit. Mighty Thor, 180, $37, very fine minus. Mighty Thor, 191, $25, very fine minus. Mighty Thor 192, $18, fine plus. Mighty Thor 193 for $50, fine / very fine. Has him and the Silver Surfer in the same issue. If you love Silver Surfer, definitely snag this. Following that, we have Mighty Thor 198, fine minus for $12. Mighty Thor 205 for $12, fine plus. Mighty Thor 206 for $6, very good minus. Mighty Thor 232, half non-story page is missing, so it is only $2, but still very much readable.
All right.
Okay. Moving on. Let's clear this rack.
Clearing this rack. Let us know if you guys have any questions on these before they go away. Thank you, Jamil. As always, we appreciate you for tuning in.
Yeah, we appreciate the plug to the Cosmic Panel. If you guys don't know, we just released a Blue Beetle review, so if you have watched the movie, definitely check that out. If you watched TMNT Mutant Mayhem, also check out our review on that. And we'll probably have a review out for Marvels and etc. when those drop.
Oh, yeah.
So,
plenty of content up there. 3 videos a week is our goal. Yeah, up to 3 videos a week. So when we're not here, there's plenty of ridiculous content to watch us to watch from us.
We appreciate
during the
Round
week.
Guy.
Thanks, Round Guy.
Next up,
Variant Run.
yeah, we're going to do variant variety over here. $15 for this Captain America Reborn.
The pink.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
15 is 5, 10 is 3.
15 is 5, yes. So $5 for Captain America Reborn variant of the issue number 1. Normally, it would be $15, but we are putting it at the meager price of $5. Yeah, we make 3 videos a week. We have a whole schedule for how we do things. We do a gameplay video every Monday. Then we do the weekly polls, which is us literally talking about our books that we're pulling each week, which we edit that week. And then Friday is usually just a free-for-all for whatever video we have in that pipeline.
Jay, you should just watch the reviews at the same time as the movie. Just have your phone out blasting in the movie theater.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Movie, so you get the two-pronged experience.
just one ear is the movie, the other ear is us talking about how bad or good the movie is.
Perfect.
Completely tainting his experience. Next up, we have
lightning round.
Yeah, $5. Justice League 3001 issue number 1 variant. The Movement, $5, number 1.
These are all variants.
Yes.
These are all incentive variants, I should say.
Yeah, these are all incentive variants. So these are being significantly cheaper than we are putting them at. $5, The Avengers Infinity. All-Star Section 8, number 1. Unless I say otherwise, these are all going to be $5. So just keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out for the $10 tags.
Arkham Manor, number 1. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. Don't worry.
You got it.
Superman Unchained, number 1.
No, my ringer's always off. I don't know how people do that.
Thomas R. Bishop will claim Avengers
Well,
Infinity.
he just said Avengers Infinity.
Oh, no. Yeah, he just says Avengers Infinity. That is true.
Are you claiming that one, Thomas?
Yeah. After that is Astonishing X-Men, number 1. Vampirella, Dark Powers. Aquaman, number 23. Yep, he is claiming. He said yes, sir. Okay. Next up, Harley Quinn, 15. Green Lantern, New Guardians, number 20. Just going to move these over so that we have more room. We have Green Lanterns, New Guardians, number 19 and 18.
Cool sketch variants.
We also have Ben Reilly, Spider-Man, number 3.
Thank you so much. Keep honking.
This is actually a sick cover. Highly recommend. It's actually really cool. Look at this cover.
Oh, nice.
It's actually really sick.
Some Philly ambiance for you guys.
Yeah, truly. If you're trying to get the Philly experience over here, this is truly phenomenal. You guys hear that? It's almost the seething anger of a Philadelphian. Oh! The car raced off. Off to the races. We have pizzas here. Age of Apocalypse, number 1. Avengers, number 1 variant from the 2016 run.
I like this team a lot.
Not a huge fan of Hercules on it, to be honest.
I like it as a switch up for the muscle.
Sure, that's fair. Batgirl, number 36. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 3. Ben Reilly's number 3, specifically. Or 3. The cover is sick. I love that he's pulling the actual title. I don't know, honestly. It's really cool, though. I like it a lot.
Oh, Declan Shalvey, yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, that's why I like the web design so much.
Declan Shalvey, yeah.
Yeah, no, the way it's very, like, Superior-esque.
This is from the really good JMD Mateus run.
But yeah, no, I'm loving this, actually. But yeah, that is meager $5.
But yeah, I got to just go through these variant bins, and we need some of these in the actual back issue bins. These
Yeah.
numbers are missing. So
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy number 3.
all right, round guy will claim the Ben Riley.
Okay, here you go. Ben Riley is up for you.
Good cover. Good grab.
No, seriously, I really like that. Superman, Batman, number 9. And the Robot Chicken. Forms, by the way. If you are a fan of Robot Chicken, this is a little fun homage for that.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a Robot Chicken cover, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Ultimatum number 5. The ultimate version of Wolverine.
That's funny. That's good
That's good.
for this round.
Okay. We're going to be clearing this one. Let us move on.
I think I gotta put these in the bins now.
Yeah, I think we've gotten to that point. Remember, guys, if you're always looking for issues, always come down to the Philly shop. Always down to help you, especially if you're in the area.
We have decades worth of back issues in this shop. If you guys are local, it's definitely worth a trip.
It's definitely going to take a little bit of elbow grease to search through all of it, but it's well worth it. You might find what you need.
Yep.
We have a surprising amount of inventory. Every time me and Elias think we have a handle on it, we have more.
We find more under the floorboard.
Yeah, at this point, I'm expecting to like break a piece of the wall and find like an Amazing Fantasy number 15 in the foundation.
Anybody want God loves? God did that. Anybody want God loves man kills?
I'm sorry, that was
Good bad man, good man, good bad.
God, good man, bad.
Like issue 75, or
The most recent run, you mean,
from
or the original run?
what volume?
Yeah, we have to. You mean Scott Snyder's run?
Anyway,
But yeah,
anybody want this?
X-Men, God Loves Man Kills, $25, fine plus. Honestly,
Marvel graphic novel series.
we got another one, so yeah. There's a
Oh,
little
like
bit more
very
beat up.
First volume, like Silver Age.
Oh, that would
Silver Age 75.
That
That's
would-
gonna be tough.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie to
I'll
you.
keep an eye out.
I
I will.
can't promise
I will keep
anything.
an eye out.
That's a little bit tougher.
Oh, was that first Black Canary appearance?
that might do it.
Just gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on from that, we got Spawn number 5, $11, very fine. What printing is that? This is the first.
Yep.
This is the first.
Yep.
Original printing of God Loves Man Kills.
Yep.
So it's fine plus $25. Anyway, Spawn number 5, $11. Very fine. Following that, we have Spawn number 6, $5. Very good.
This year. 385. I thought it would be worse.
And Spawn number 8, $3. Very fine. What did Round Guy just say? I can't repeat it.
I grew up on the East Coast. I have family there, just not my vacation spot of choice.
That's fair. That's valid. I need to go on the West Coast. I've never been. So issue 20 for $4. It's very good plus. Almost said the exact opposite. Man, me and Elias are just really on the
tongue twister wave today.
yeah, no. First Vindicator, first Overkill. I don't know.
No, I think he's being funny.
Wow. 56. Spawn number 56, $2. Very fine. Minus
Jason, who? Who are those people?
58, $5. Very fine. Minus. And
That's my uncle's name.
so Vindicator's my uncle's name. That'll be Mr. Vindicator to you.
Please, Mr. Vindicator's my father.
How do you get the nickname? You wouldn't want to know.
I'm being sarcastic, Jason.
No, I know about that because of the TV show. I watched the animated show, the one that was originally on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal show. But Spawn's issue 75, $5. Let me see. I don't know which issues are first Overkill or first Vindicator. Let me check.
We only have like 4 minutes left, so I would.
I'm just curious.
Oh, okay, but okay.
But
only got a few minutes left here. Isn't this first Puma?
Oh, it is number 6. So this is actually first Overkill. This is indeed first Overkill.
Oh, 6 is over.
Vindicator's number 8. Okay, Vindicator's number 8. Yeah, so first Vindicator, first Overkill. Okay, cool. Neat. Anyway, we have ASM 256, very fine, for $20. First appearance of Puma. We also have Batman Year 1 Part 1 by Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli. I guess that would be the pronunciation. Very fine, plus $20. I actually read this. He already claimed the ASM. Okay. So.
Dwayne Zapane gets first appearance Puma.
There you
Show
go.
Puma some love.
Any more huge keys tonight? No.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Claim Batman. So he will also claim the Batman.
All right, Dwayne Zapane. Now you broke my theme, but the theme was
What?
animals.
Well, I mean it's Batman.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that doesn't break.
But I just mean
at all.
like actual animals in the story. But
I mean Puma isn't an actual animal. He's a villain. Daredevil, issue number 181. Electro dies this issue. Spoiler alert. $20. Very fine.
we only have a couple minutes left, so I say we just stop there.
And this will be our final one for tonight. Actually, wait. Can you do one more?
Yep, we. Okay, but that's all New Mutants.
I just want that first New Mutants.
Okay, it's 2 copies.
We have 2 copies of First New Mutants. $20 and
Claim
$19.
Daredevil. All right, Dwayne Zapane, another great claim. Jay just put the show form in the chat for you, so please fill that out. Let us know what books you got. Make sure you put your real name, all that stuff.
New Mutants, number 1.
Yep, we told them God Loves Mayfield is the first print. We already told them.
Yep. New Mutants, number 1. One is $19, very fine minus, and then the other one is very fine minus, but it is a little bit better, so it is $20. But yes.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have been Elias and Lucas. As always, follow us on social media, Fat Jack's Comicrypt, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. We're on there. Visit us at the shop if you can, 2006 Sansom Street in Philadelphia.
Round
There's
guy,
also
you can't
a Jersey
clean the show.
location as well. Join us again next week, same time. We will be here. We'll have more cool books for you. Don't worry, there's still more awesome 80s keys for us to show you. And anything else?
No. Sopranos out.
Sopranos. It's a show.
I will be watching it. I will finish season 2 by next week.
Everyone have a lovely evening. Catch you next time.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.